Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to plant the potatoes, get them all in. I did move the rhubarb, and I can give you guys a little tour after I get the potatoes in and kind of just show you how things are growing around here. So stay tuned and we'll get to planting. Hey guys, it's actually a couple of days later. I went in to cook supper and one thing after another, all kinds of distractions, didn't get back out here. So today I'm going to take some compost and put it in the bottom of those rows that Joe made me. Now that we don't have cows and pigs, we don't really make enough compost fast enough to make as much as I would prefer. So I just kind of do what I can with what I got. So I'm just going to put some in the bottom of all those rows and then put the potatoes in, and we'll bring you along when it comes time to do that. The black flies are out. They finally made an appearance. Well, I got that job all done. Got the compost in all the rows that Joe made me. Now typically when we space the rows, we try to space them wide enough for that little tiller, so that as like, you know, for weeding and for hilling the potatoes, so we can just go up and down in between the rows with the tiller, and it gets rid of the weeds, softens up the soil, so we can hill them as the potatoes grow. Some of these might be a little close, but we'll see. Hopefully it turns out all right. All right. Goodness. I wish I could just like get 2 dump truck loads of finished compost, because our soil could really use it. I haven't done a soil test, but I'm sure she's not exactly awesome, but it grows food. Actually, one thing that I would love to do someday is, what do they call it? It's like the compost method for gardening. There's actually a really cool documentary on it. I think the guy's name is Paul. I'll leave the link down in the description down below if you got time to watch it. It's awesome. So basically what it is, you have your garden area, and then you put down like thick newspaper or cardboard or something. And then you put your compost on top of that, and then on top of that you put wood chips. So not like dried up shavings, but wood chips from like when they're chipping by the power lines and stuff. Some of that's got like some green matter in it and stuff, and nitrogen. And then you put that on the top, And then to plant your garden, you move the wood chips back and go through the newspaper, the compost and all that, and plant. And then as the the seeds sprout and the plants grow, then you can kind of put that back around the plant. Typically you want to put that down in the fall so it can sit all winter. And for like the first little bit, it actually, this method would pull nitrogen out of the soil, so you might need to supplement with that or just kind of wait it out. Because then as that compost and breaks down and stuff, obviously it's going to release nitrogen back into the soil. But it's really cool. It was really popular in the 70s, I believe, especially amongst the hippies. But I would love to do that someday. I would need quite a bit of material. If I did it all at once anyways, I would need a lot. Yeah, that would be big doings. So I might just start doing it a little bit at a time. It would just be kind of nice to have it all, all or nothing. Because then you gotta well, I can't till around here because this is where I got my newspaper stuff. But anyway, yeah, that would be really cool to do sometime. You definitely should check out that documentary if you get time. It's amazing. It really is. Makes perfect sense to me anyway. So yeah, I am going to go get a nice big tall glass of water, and then I gotta grab my seed potatoes and get some more work done. Alright, Jackson.
Yep.
I got some figuring for you to do.
What?
Okay, if our potato rows are 40 feet long, and we've got 5 rows, how many feet of potatoes are we going to plant?
100, 200?
200, yep. 200. So if we're going to plant 200 feet of potatoes, and for every 100 foot, we need 10 pounds of seed potatoes. How many pounds of seed potatoes do we need altogether?
20.
Yep. Alright, let's get to planting.
Alright, go.
So here I've got some leftover potatoes from last year, Kennebecs. This is the smallest of the potatoes that we grew. Most of them were quite big, but I just kind of saved all these little ones. And we're going to plant these, use them up. They got some nice eyes on them. Probably plant most of them whole. Maybe some of these bigger ones probably cut in half. So we'll get those all used up. They keep pretty good in my cellar. They're not squishy. I could easily pop the eyes off that and cook them up right now if I wanted to. And then here I have about 20 pounds of more Kennebec seed potato. And I get this right from Smith's General Store in Springfield. They always have nice seed potatoes out there. Nice big potatoes. So that's what we use. That's I use them like every year. So that's where these came from. And I mean almost all of them are these nice big potatoes. We don't get very many little ones. That's probably right there, just about all the little ones we ever got. So most of them are pretty big. And then here I've got German butterball. 10 pounds of that. Never planted these before. Joe wanted to try them, so I ordered these from the Maine potato lady. I've never ordered potatoes from her before, so we'll see how that goes. Nice little potatoes in here. So we'll give those a whirl. See how those come out. So here I have the German butterballs. I'm just going to cut them into pieces. And the kid's going to help me plant them. Just cutting them in pieces so that every piece has a couple of eyes. Look how yellow that is. That's incredible. That'll be fun to taste. Taste test. Oh, almost looks like deer track. Millie, I need that bag. Mildred.
He's like, I'll take it away. Happiest dog ever. My job is to catch bugs. There's huge. I got it for you.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, hon. One thing I forgot to mention, some people cut their potatoes and then they leave them to cure for a while, just so it can form a scab over that before they plant it. I've done it both ways. I've just cut them straight, put them right in the ground, and I've also just let them sit. I honestly didn't notice a difference either way, and probably especially now that it's warmer out, it probably wouldn't make that big of a difference. So I just cut them and I put them right in there. It's they always seem to turn out just fine, and it's just one less step that I gotta do. So I'm not a professional, that's just the way that I do it. You guys take this sack. Here, once you lug the sack, you lug these, plant the potatoes. Look, when you put this, you want to put a piece of potato here and a piece of potato here.
Okay.
And then move it, okay? We're going to start on this first row.
Okay.
All right.
Recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark.
Alright, we got the German butterball planted tonight. We had enough for 2 rows. So I thought I'd give you a little update, little tour on the things that are growing around here, and show you how things are going so far. So we got the first 2 rows of German butterballs, and then we're going to do at least 3 rows of Kennebecks, maybe possibly 4. We haven't tilled this up yet for our expansion out that way, but this time I'll show you over here. I got the rhubarb all moved. It's coming up good. It got run over with a bike earlier today, but seems to be like it's going to be alright. Blueberries are starting to bud out. I haven't gotten my other 2 blueberry bushes from Gurney's yet, but those should be shipping out anytime. The strawberries are another story. Strawberries are a little weedy at the moment. I gotta get in there and get them all weeded out. It's just a lot because there's just one me, and there's a lot to do, but I don't know, I'm starting to second guess this whole plastic row thing, because I don't know, the weeds just seem like they get an awful bad bite right in here. I'm almost thinking probably would be better off to do beds with these. So I'm going to do my best to get these all weeded out, see how they do this year as their second year, And at the end of the year, we'll just kind of reassess and see what we want to do going forward with these. This poor old apple tree took a hit. Got a broken branch there, had some other broken branches out there. One of the windstorms we had, that trampoline come right out of its stakes, blew right into this tree, broke a bunch of branches off. But it'll be alright. And we got this Pixie Crunch all leaving out now. This is that one that got hit with the 22. Seems to be doing pretty good. This big peach tree's got some buds coming out on it. Seems to be doing pretty well. I've come to the conclusion that this peach tree is also dead. I'm not sure if it was a peach borer or what, but this is the second peach tree that's died on us. Had all kinds of buds on it, just never did anything. So that's too bad. So next year I'll have to get another pear tree and a peach tree. The old pear tree hasn't really come to life yet. It's starting to get a little bit of green on the buds there. Just barely starting. A leaf down there. So I think that'll be alright. This old Liberty apple tree, that's starting to leave out a little bit. And of course the Wolf River's got buds on it. So those are all doing well. Garlic is doing really well. I gotta weed it again. I've already weeded this like twice this spring. But yeah, the garlic is coming up really well, doing good. I'm gonna put some, I've got some lettuce. I'll probably fill in the rest of this bed with some lettuce. I really wish I had some more beds here, but maybe we can build some here coming up soon. Got some blossoms on my chive started. That's doing really well. I like chives. Over here, I just planted my first rose bush. I've never planted roses before. I like flowers. I love having flowers on the kitchen table. I don't really have much experience growing flowers. I've grown pansies and stuff, but nothing that I could like cut and bring in for the table. So hopefully this does alright. I just planted it recently. This is a tea rose, I think it was called. I want to say it was Double Delight tea rose or something. It was two-tone. So hopefully that does good. I'd love to see that. And the old rhododendron's doing good. Tons of buds on it. They'll be coming out. All kinds of them. It's leaning a little bit though. I'm going to put a stake in over here and kind of pull it back some. She's leaning right into that old fence. I'd rather it not do that. And the old comfrey's coming up really well. Gonna have lots of it for comfrey size, so that's good. Well, that was us planting potatoes and a little update on things going on around here. I'm gonna grab my laundry off the line and probably make myself a cup of tea or something. Got a lot to do before I go to bed. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and we'll catch you on the next one.